All right, so today we're going to talk about why Orthodox Christians must train hard and work out on a regular basis. In my opinion, this is frankly a non-negotiable for most Christians out there. I think barring, you having, illness or some physical limitations, we're called to as Orthodox Christians train on a regular basis. Now, this doesn't have to be, lifting weights. It could be endurance running. It could be martial arts, like something like jiu-jitsu. But working out on a regular basis is something that not only has very practical physical benefits that we need, but it will directly carry over to your spiritual life as well. And I've got 3 points for you today on why it's an absolute must for us as Orthodox Christians to train hard and work out on a regular basis. So the first point here is kind of obvious, and that's our body is a temple. So 1 Corinthians 6:19 says, "Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God?" So first off, this is very obvious, but we work out, to increase our health and vitality. If we are, being lazy, we're doing unhealthy things to our body, we're gaining body fat, we're being, weak and frail to where we can't be of service to others. This just frankly is not treating our body like a temple. We need to train on a regular basis to stay healthy, and essentially being, treating our body like a temple of God. This is something I've not done a great job of in the past. In my past life, before I became an Orthodox Christian, I was a professional bodybuilder. And during that time, I did very unhealthy things to my body. I used anabolic steroids. I intentionally drove my body weight up to very high levels that were quite unhealthy. And I did not treat my body like a temple, but that is my whole focus now with my training. My whole focus now is, to increase my health, to increase my vitality, to be more functional, to of course have great strength while still intentionally putting myself into pain caves on a regular basis. And that's a main point here. It's not only are we treating our bodies like a temple of God, but we want to intentionally do hard training, and that's going to carry over to further points we have. So, this can also be, us being a positive image and role model for one, other Christians out there, but then two, non-believers. To be frank, most of the world is, they're just not training at all. Most of the world right now, they're not working out on a regular basis. They're not eating right. The obesity rates are climbing. People are doing unhealthy things to their body. And so by us, being showing our body as a temple of God, whether that's through your performance, through your strength, through your physique, you can be a positive role model for other people. And, it doesn't happen all the time, but I have absolutely had many starting points to conversations either in the gym or on social media to non-believers about my Orthodox faith because of my physique or performance. So it can absolutely be, a starting point for you to evangelize your faith. If you're a positive image, positive role model for other people, people are going to start looking up to you. And this is where you're going to be able to, essentially use your influence in a way to help these people, find the church. So we want to be a positive role model to other people. We want to treat our body like a temple of God, one, for our health, and then two, to be a role model and positive image for other people. And this is where, you're going to be able to work out and train hard, not for vain reasons, not for external validation, but you're going to be able to do this, in service to God. This is also something I've not done a great job of in the past. With bodybuilding, most people, with bodybuilding are doing it for some form of external validation. And it's very easy, even if you've got a good handle on yourself, to get caught up within that. When you're taking check-in pictures on a regular basis, you're looking at yourself in the mirror all the time. It's very easy to lose your essentially your view on your identification with Christ and kind of have issues with self-identification. Your ego will grow, your pride will grow, and all that. So that's where we want to train for the right reasons. We want to first, treat our body like a temple, and then, of course, be a good role model to other people. And that leads into the second point. The second point is now getting into how this is going to bleed over into our spiritual life and really enhance our spiritual life. So the second point is hard training and going into deep pain caves builds incredible resilience and discipline. So 1 Corinthians 9:27 says, "But I discipline my body and bring it into subjection. So I have directly seen my physical discipline carry over into my fasting and prayer life. If you've got the discipline to take yourself into regular pain caves, and when your body is screaming at you to stop and to quit, and you essentially say no and you keep going, that's going to apply and directly carry over to your fasting days. One, you're not going to cheat and eat fasting compliant foods, but also you'll now be able to take your fasting more ascetic. You might even get to the point where you're doing multi-day water fast and not eating any food at all. It'll directly apply to your prayer life. You'll go deeper with prayers. You'll pray longer. You won't have your mind wander as much. And then a big one too, back in the day before pro bodybuilding, I was an ultra runner, and I did ultra running to, very intentionally to callous my mind and to build this discipline. And it just makes temptations, having to do with the body, like bodily impulses and all that, it makes it to where it's so easy to just say no. When your body's wanting something or you're having a temptation, it makes a lot of these temptations just much easier to say no to. So if you take yourself into pain caves regularly, you're going to have discipline that directly carries over to your prayer life, your fasting life, and is going to help you against temptations. We have examples from saints. Saints intentionally made things hard on themselves and put themselves into pain caves, maybe not through physical training, but we have saints that would go out in the desert with barely any food for long periods of time. Or I forget who it is, but one of them went into freezing cold waters at night just to get basically on the brink of death so he could go into prayer really, really deeply. So taking ourselves into deep pain caves is directly going to apply to our spiritual life, and it's going to enhance your prayer life and your fasting as well. And then the third point is very, very practical point, and that's training hard and working out regularly is going to allow you to be of greater service to other people, which frankly then is going to be of more service to Christ. Not only is a fit body going to allow you to serve your own family, you be a protection if you need to, but whatever you need around the house. But let's just say someone in your church needs help moving, or you have a church work day or something like that. You're going to be the one who's going to be able to take a lot of load on your back and truly be of service to other people. And that's where we want to build up that physical endurance, that physical health, that physical strength. That way we can be of true service to other people. And if we're not doing that, we're not building that physical health, we're just not able to truly serve other people. And then with it, you're not going to be serving Christ in that way. So these are 3 quick points on how we can essentially serve God through our physical training, and why as Orthodox Christians we need some form of physical exercise and hard physical exercise on a regular basis. One, our body is the temple. 2, the pain caves directly bleed over into our spiritual life. And then 3, we want to be of service to others. And frankly, that allows us to be truly of service to Christ. So I hope this video blesses you. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos here come up lately. God bless y'all, and hope you have a great rest of your day.